Street beef scrapyard fire chicken in the house. 15 minutes with chicken. 15 minutes ish, guys. These sometimes these things tend to go a little bit longer than they are intended, but the whole point is to make them shorter than kicking it with chicken. Which and those things I've had those things go for like 2-3 hours before. So I want to get to it. I want to discuss some news, updates, and some rants. Yes, I'm going to rant a little bit and complain about some things and talk about the event coming up Saturday. Also, something happening tomorrow. Turtle, Lone Wolf, Lights Out. Wow, you guys are in the house already. So, two of you guys, BB, what's up? Supernova, Castro, man, you guys are just coming out of the woodwork. Nice. King Spikes, Illuminate the State coming up. Hey, we better get some rounds in this time, bro. So listen, guys, I'm going to get right to it. First thing I need to address is actually has to do with you guys in here, and that's early access. Now, I put early access up so that you guys are able to watch your fights ahead of time, basically before I can get to editing them. So you can see the raw footage. Kevin from IT, what you're not supposed to do with the early access videos is you're not supposed to screen record them and post them all over. And maybe you're not posting them all over, but say you screen record it and share it on your Facebook, and then a whole bunch of people see it and it's public, and then they can share it. Well, then people aren't going to like be getting early access anymore, because it's like, what's the point if one person can get it and just share it with everybody? It's like when you have Netflix. That's why they put like a limit on the amount of accounts that you can share, or the amount of TVs you can have it playing at the same time. They don't want you doing that. I do early access as a convenience to you guys. It does, and I don't think that it's unreasonable asking $2.99 a month, because let's be honest, I put in a ton of time doing the early access stuff the day after the fights. Like sometimes I got to take them and cut them up and like splice them together and then put them in my editing program, and then I have to let them render, and then I have to upload every single one of those fights to YouTube. So it takes up the majority of my Sunday. So I'm doing that for a whole day of on my Sunday. So bottom line is, guys, if you really want people to see your fight, have them subscribe only for a month or whatever to early access. But please do not be screen recording it and sharing it with people on your Facebook. That's not cool. Like I said, I do this as a convenience. I could just get rid of the whole thing, but I like seeing you guys with your names lit up on here. I like seeing the emojis. It lets me know that you're like a big supporter of the scrapyard. No limit. Also, this should go without saying too. Don't be messaging me and asking me when's my fight going to be uploaded. It just makes my brain start to boil. I understand, like, man, if it's your birthday and like the cards fall in the right, you know what I mean? Like that can happen. Okay. Kevin, traveled all the way from Eastern Washington, and he was like, "Hey, can you put my fight up? It's my birthday on this day." And it just so happens that I already had the fight edited. Poseidon, what is up? It just so happened that I had the fight edited already. And so I did that for him. But for the most part, guys, I have a way that I upload the fights. And not to take anything away from you guys that come out here and do this thing, but it kind of goes, for the most part, not always, but for the most part, it goes with which matches are going to be the highest either intensity or the biggest names or something entertaining. That's usually just how I do it, guys. Sometimes I try to mix it up a little bit. Like if you have 2 fights that month, I try to span your fights out a little bit. Sometimes I screw up, whatever. I'm human, but I try my best. Sometimes if I know I put your fight out at the end of the month last time, I'll put your fight out earlier in the, the next month. Couple different ways that you can make sure that your fight always kind of is priority. You know what people see on the screen. So if you go out there and it's more like a sparring match where you guys aren't really hitting each other very hard, and it's like that. The fans notice that too, and then they complain about it. I just kind of tend to put the more sparring match ones down lower, but the real bangers, those are the ones I put out first. So listen, guys, we've had the Scrapyard now for a year and a half, exactly a year and a half now. The founding morals and all that stuff that I based the Scrapyard on was respect toward the other fighters, the other members, and more importantly, respect towards the people that run the Scrapyard. We do a lot of shit for the Scrapyard to get your guys' videos out, to make sure you guys are covered one way or another, getting propane for the heaters, having a food vendor, getting your fights out there on YouTube, promotion. So anyway, there's a lot that goes into it. And when I have a member, and this isn't directed at anybody in particular, this because I've actually banned like a few people this week on the Street Beef Scrapyard Facebook page. I had to ban them because when somebody goes on there and just shows blatant disrespect towards the people that run it, me, the mods, etc. I mean, that just shows that you did not read the requirements to get in. You don't truly care about us. What's up, man? How you doing? What's up, King? But that's how we operate, guys. We operate on respect back and forth, and not just respect within the Scrapyard, but respect to other Street Beefs fighters. Okay, I understand people want matches and stuff, but if your intention to get a match, if your way of getting a match is insulting somebody or getting under their skin, that's not the right way to get a match. I'm just telling you, like, that's not how we do it. It's not how Street Beefs does it. People want to fight up here, and we're getting more and more traction and popularity, and more people are signing up. You're going to see it. So don't be starting problems just to try to get your match. Be respectful to other Street Beefs members, because I'll tell you this: if you go into another Street Beefs group, not mine, like Scarface's or West Coast or Dirty South, and you say something disrespectful to somebody, and the person that's running the page doesn't necessarily know you, they could ban you from Street Beefs, all of them. That's usually what happens when you get banned from Street Beefs. No, it doesn't help with views. No, Supernova. Actually, the fight itself, how good and intense the fight is, and the YouTube algorithm and the screenshot and all that stuff is how a fight does on views. People aren't invested. Your average viewer isn't invested enough to pay attention to like who's talking bad about who. And most of the people aren't in the Facebook groups. They don't know what's going on or any of that stuff. It's basically just what they see on this channel. I mean, there's YouTube or Street Beef fans on here that don't even know. Like they're bringing up people that were kicked out of the main branch of Street Beefs like 5 years ago. They just don't pay enough attention because it's not like as big a part of their life as it is for us. So YouTube's YouTube, and you've got to get into the algorithm in order to get views out there. And I've been doing this for, like I said, a year and a half now, and I see it. I see what makes viral videos. You want to make your video viral? Kick somebody in the head in your video. I'm just saying, if you land a head kick in your video on somebody and we use a screenshot of that, that video will get like 10 times more views than it would get if you didn't have that. There's also your appearance, what you say to the camera. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but the skill level isn't necessarily the top seller as far as views go. It's not always what brings people in. Yes, it'll attract people that are more hardcore boxing or MMA fans. They can respect that skill level, but to the average viewer, they don't necessarily want to see a back and forth like tit for tat. They want to see a crazy slugfest. Look at our top video. Our top video is not example of perfect technique or anything like that. It's a slugfest. No, I think you're kick proof, Gary Turtle. Be flashy, dude. Look at some of the boxers throughout history. Like, which boxers got the most attention? The ones that you know. I'm not saying. I guess that kind of contradicts what I was saying earlier, but those guys are more in the spotlight as far as like what they do off camera. In the Streetbeefs, it's what you do on camera that sells the fight, that gets the views. So, but anyway, be respectful, throw head kicks, all that mess. Who's fighting? Okay, look, if you sign up to fight, you're pretty much locked into fight. That's how it is with us right now. Now, the reason other branches do it different is because, Buddy V, what's up? Poseidon, what is up? The reason is because the other branches have more people signing up. So they have to filter out who they have fight for them. They just have to pick. With us, we can pretty much go through and say, okay, you guys are all good to go. And it's like that for now. Unless we have a big surge of fighters signing up, which we're starting to get more and more, then we're going to have to start to throttle it down. And you guys that have been around for a while, you guys are the ones that are going to get the matches. I'm telling you, I'm going to keep trying to pick people out for you and everything. But that brings me to my next point. Like, who am I fighting? Well, we do the matchups on fight day. And the reason for that is if I go through and I take everybody and I give everybody a match, boom, every single person is matched up. Great, right? That means fight day comes, and we can just start the event, right? Wrong. You know why it's wrong? I don't know if you ever remember as a kid and you invited people to your birthday party and like 50% of the people or less show up that you invite. It's just how it is. People are flaky. I think we have a little bit higher turnaround than that on the fighters. But if I go and match everybody up and say 25% of people don't show up, this is going to be like random 25. It's going to be like here, 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 and here. What's up, Jay? It ain't going to be like, oh, these two and these two and these two. No, it never goes like that. And now I've already matched everybody up, so I can't move anybody around. And then people bitch and they're like, well, you already said that I was fighting this person. Now what's up? It's like, oh, well, sorry, this person backed out. Well, I'm not going to show up to the fights now. That's what happens. So unless you're traveling from a great distance or you're a title fighter or something along those lines, I'm probably not going to match you up ahead of time publicly. I might have a list of matchups, but I might not tell people about it unless they're a priority matchup. And I just mean by priority, like you bought plane tickets to be out here. Like Illuminate the State, he's fighting Dad. Okay, he's flying in from, I think, San Diego. I have to let him know who he's fighting. And I got to make sure the other person is a reliable, consistent fighter that is going to make it to the fights. Because I don't want him to fly all the way up here and then not have a match for him. Abel, the fights are looking good, man. I've got a lot of people signed up. What's up, Golden Child? That comparison of being a kid at your own birthday party and experiencing a low turnout just took me to a dark place. Hey, what's up, OFA? You know what? It really makes you feel like you just don't got any friends. But to to be honest, trying to get people's parents as a kid to go out of their comfort zone and take you. They might be introverts and not want to take you out to your friend's birthday party, whatever. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that. But this is a little bit different because we're adults. We're fighting. But also, I will say this, guys, the thing that messes with a lot of people too is like if you know who you're fighting, you tend to think about it a lot. Like you look at pictures of them and well, just let me know, Too Explosive. I'm sorry, I just forgot what I was saying. Do you know when Jay Gotham will fight next, and is he ever going to fight for the title? That's a good question, OFA. Jay Gotham signed up with me to fight this weekend, and so I might make it a title fight. If I can get somebody to fight Jay Gotham at 205 MMA, I'll make it a title fight. We're going to go over the rules really quick, guys. I got to do this. Well, Too Explosive. I hope you're feeling better, but this whole new strain or whatever it is, what I'm noticing is it's more along the lines of a cold. I mean, they gave it the name of the what, but yeah, you know who you're fighting. That's because he's traveling, man. That's because he's traveling from Arizona. I'm going to do the rules really quick here. Find them. Why is this so difficult? You know what? I actually posted it on the Facebook event section, Streetbeefs Scrapyard, January 22nd, Scrapyard fights. I posted the rules. Oh, it's actually, I posted it in there the other day as well. Well, I'm going to get to that eventually. There's a few more things I got to talk about. I know it's kind of a long kicking it with chicken. No guns, no knives, no weapons allowed. Don't bring them in. No filming at the event or taking pictures during the fights. Okay. If you want to do some of that stuff in between fights, when there's no fights going on, that's fine. Especially if you want to get pictures with, your favorite Firechicken or one of the fighters. Dude, that's encouraged. I want you guys to do that stuff. But what I don't want you to do is have your cameras out pointed at the ring during the fights. It is an immediate kick from the event. I got signs posted everywhere. You absolutely cannot miss it. 18 and over, please. For fighting. No. Oh, this is an old rule. Yes, we have a bathroom. So porta potty, thanks to Peixotto Premium Clothing Brand. They are doing our porta potty service every month. This is really important, guys. Karen's been Karen a little bit too much, and so we need to make sure that we are going a slow speed on the gravel road. I'm telling you guys, it comes down to respect. Respect the property, respect the road. Go slow on that road. I mean, 30 seconds longer to get out of her, and it isn't going to make much of a difference. Just, I don't need to give the neighbors something to bitch about. Don't follow the flow of parking. So we're going to have parking set up where it's supposed to go. So follow the pattern there. Don't make eye contact with the neighbor and don't engage in any conversation with the neighbor. That's the thing right there. So, oh yeah, we're limiting the attendance of the fighters. So, if you're coming to fight and you're allowed a +1. So unless you made prior arrangements with me for special circumstances or something like that, that doesn't mean get a hold of me now and be like, oh, wait, hold on. If you talked to me about it before, we're good. Some of this stuff might sound a little like, hey, it's a Backyard Fight Club. But listen, YouTube has their ways of doing things, and we have to abide by the way YouTube does them, or else our videos can get flagged, and that's not good, and they don't get any views. So keep your voices down. That's for the neighbors and everything too. We don't need to be like totally out of control. And profanity, do not be using profanity during the fights. If you're on the sideline and you're yelling the F-bomb every 2 seconds, our videos will get flagged on YouTube. The fighting rules, I'm talking like what's allowed in each match. It's amateur fighting rules. So whether it's kickboxing, boxing, or MMA, it's not Muay Thai. There's no holding kicks and then punching. But all that's discussed at the pre-fighter meeting at the event. Photo ID is required to fight. You must have your ID. We have to make sure people are over 18. No betting or money in any way is involved. That means don't bet. There's no admission fee, so there's no charge to get in, and nobody has to pay anything ever. The caveat to it is that you have to be allowed to come out. So if you're not out there for cornering or for fighting, or I have spectator spots that I kind of have reserved, and there's no way to get those other than just kind of get at me at the beginning of the month. So I don't hold them for, I hold them for my event staff, and then some people want to come out and watch. But that's like a really select few. I don't like having guests just come out because it's not what this whole thing is for. Weigh-ins will be done at show up. We're asking people not to cut weight. And by that, I mean, don't be cutting like water weight, trying to get down, because you're going to fight right after your weight in. You're going to be weighed in, and your weight will be initialed by our scale operator. So it's a doctor style scale. You fight within 10 pounds of your opponent. If we can't find somebody within 10 pounds, we let you know and make sure it's okay with you. Skill level, that's a 1 to 5 rating. If you've had any sanctioned or amateur fights, you're at least a 3. Unless it was like a really long time ago, maybe a 2. But if you've never fought before or done anything like that, that's a 1. And then it just kind of goes up from there. Don't rank yourself way lower than you think, and don't rank yourself way higher than you think. If you think you're pretty decent but you've never fought before, put yourself down as a 2. But if you think that, like, I'm not sure about this whole fighting thing and I've never been in a fight before, you're a 1. And you can even write that on your waiver that no fighting experience. So I've even had people put like 1.5 before, or 2.5. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. You must sign the waiver to fight. That goes without saying. You put your real name and all of your contact information on it. Make sure you fill it out completely, because when I do the editing of the fights, I use your waiver to fill out the fighter information. If you have an IG or something that you want included in your opening of your fight, I can make a graphic for it, put it on there. Just put it on your waiver. Bring your own gear, mouthpiece, cup, wraps, towel, etc. I'll have a case of water there for fighters. We'll have a food vendor. Actually, I'll get into that later. Leave the coaching to the cornerman. So if you're just a spectator or whatever, you're a different coach, let their corner coach the fighters. Follow the ref's commands at all times. Do not argue with me or the ref. If there's a decision you don't like, we can appeal it. And there's a review board, and it's outside of my control at that point. It's the main branch of Streetbeefs will watch the fight. I usually cut the winner out of it, and then I send them the fight, and then they tell me who they think won without actually knowing who won. And then we can change the outcome of the fight, but chances are I'm still going to air it with the way that we said it. But just don't argue. COVID masks aren't required, but if you want to wear them, that's 100% fine. You're fine to do that. All bags are subject to search at the check-in point. Check-in time is 10 a.m. sharp. Sharp doesn't mean 11, 12, 1. Because if you sign up to fight and you show up an hour late, well, I might have given your guy that I had matched up to somebody else. Unless you're running late for some reason and you need to message me, you better message me. If you're not going to show up, you need to message me and let me know. Because a no call, no show, that really grinds my gears. And then I make more rants. I think you guys actually like rants. You guys like it when I do that. So, can you have a corner and someone with you to watch? No, it's a +1 unless, which is your corner, unless you made arrangements with me. Just message me and yes, Boar, level 1. It's fine. It's fine to put yourself as a level 1, but just know that at certain points, our team might feel that you've moved up a level. Because fighting is experience. So, I mean, you put yourself down as a 1, but, you know, eventually you might be a 2. And then just depending on how much training you get in and that kind of stuff. If you don't have a cornerman, there are plenty of people. Viking Warrior, Jay Gotham, I'm telling you, like Thomas Castleberry from TFW. We have a lot of people that love to corner fighters. So don't worry about not having a corner. If you don't have gloves and that kind of stuff, you know, we can hook you up and help you out and let you wear gloves. I don't got a cup for you to wear. I got a coffee cup, but that probably wouldn't be too comfortable. Plus I wouldn't want it back. I would say, Boar, you're at and I'm not putting anybody down or anything. I'd say you're a 1.5 right now. You're getting more experience and you're looking better. But yeah, it's not like some people think like your first fight you're a 1, then your second fight you're a 2, and then your third fight you're a 3. I've had level 1s put themselves down as a level 3. That's dedication. Congratulations, Real Lion and Mrs. Lioness. Congratulations to the new one coming into this world. Congratulations to Dexus on the new one into the world. Everyone's just having babies. And then I heard someone else is having one tonight, and I don't want to publicly make it public, but, you know, congratulations to you too. So, you know, when that's public, then I'll say that. But, yeah, wow. Our next generation of fighters. Lights out. You're a 2 now. You're a 2. If you've got aspirations of going pro eventually, then you're going to want to keep moving up. You're going to want to keep getting that training in. But I would put you down as a 2. Yeah. I think your matchup this weekend is a good solid matchup for you. Buddy V. Let's see what else. Expectations. Just okay, the event guys, like I kind of went over the rules and everything. I just want people to be respectful, to follow directions, and to just have a great time. If you have a problem with something like another person, get a hold of me or Russ. Security, that kind of stuff. We're definitely never going to have any fights break out at the fights. We don't want that to happen. I know, right? You know, if it's like got to happen now, you know, we can make a fight out of it in the ring. But yeah. Jobs and helping out, guys. If you're coming out and your staff or spectating or whatever, I expect you to partake in the jobs that I have, which can range from parking assistant, which you have no idea how important that is. That's more of a like starting out the day kind of thing. That's actually a good one to get because then you kind of get your job done and then you come over and people kind of park themselves at that point. You're kind of a sheep herder, you know. So there's that. There's filming. There's well, that's specific to a couple people. But be willing to help out. Be willing to help out. If you show up early, you know, staff come up to me and say, "Hey, what can I do? I need a job." And I might not have anything for you right then, but then I might be walking by later and say, "You go clean out my chicken coop." I'm just kidding. I mean, if you want to. Now I got kids to do that. Merch. We're going to have merch. So I'm going to have all sizes of t-shirts, I think. I'm going to have like a couple different sweatshirts. Everybody that ordered a sweatshirt with their name on the back, custom, they will be at this event. Food vendor will be at this event. Bring cash for the food vendor. It's Sugar Hill again, so Philly shell cheesesteaks, all that kind of stuff. I got a bit of an injury in sparring and might have to drop out. Still evaluating though. You ordered a sweatshirt, right? You might want to come out and get your sweatshirt though. I think that was you, right? Yeah. Again, no money involved, people, as far as admission or anything like that. We're gonna have somebody there that's that was a big part of my martial arts journey in the beginning, and that's my grandmaster of my original martial arts, Kojujitsu, and it's Sojibo Joe Barnes. He's gonna be out and he's gonna be in attendance spectating. So he's got a vast knowledge of martial arts. So burner. What was your weight, burner? So that'll be cool. West Coast Invasion coming up. We'll talk more about that when we start to make some of the matchups public. Heart in the Fight. Listen, guys, tomorrow it's going down on Heart in the Fight's YouTube channel. Okay, guys. So super important. This is going to be me, Viking Warrior, Jay Gotham, and the Canadian, and we're going to be doing a podcast. And I want all you guys to be on there. So you guys need to go to Heart in the Fight right now because this literally airs tomorrow. You can go on there and ask questions, and then Heart in the Fight puts the questions up on the screen, and we'll answer your questions and stuff. We're going to be going into the past of the Scrapyard, how it got started, the hosts' interactions with like their first interactions with the Scrapyard. All that stuff. So you're going to find out some stuff about some people that you didn't know about. And then this is going to be every other week. We're going to have this going on. Go right there right now. Subscribe to him so you don't miss us. It's going to drop at 7 tomorrow. So it's going to be every other week, 7 p.m. And then on our third episode, I think it is, we're going to start having guests on. And these are going to be the biggest names from the Scrapyard. And I'm not going to give any names away, but you can pretty much guess like who's going to be on there. It'll be 2 guests per show. And like I said, this will be 12 episodes long. So we're going to have guests from episode 3 to 11. And episode 12 will be like our shutdown episode, our final thoughts, our reflections on how the whole thing went. And maybe we'll disclose if we plan on doing more. You know what it's going to come down to, guys? It's going to come down to you as viewers going on there and being part of it and making it popular. Like, is this going to be something that we're going to do and we're only going to have like 2 people on watching and it's not going to be popular? Or is this going to be something that you guys are going to actually enjoy and want to see more of? Your participation is going to determine whether or not we do this. I hope to see you on there. It starts tomorrow, guys. This is a big deal for the Scrapyard. This is really something. Anything that we can do to get our fighters' names out there and the Scrapyard out there. No, it's going to be live. Oh, I should mention that it's live. That's what I mean. You guys can go on there and like ask a question or whatever. No, it's completely live. It's impromptu. You're going to see. Yeah, it's going to be great. So make sure you go. I'll pin it to the top right now. So make sure you go and subscribe to him right now, and then hit the notification button so it notifies you to when it's live. That way you don't miss out on it. Also, if you guys are not able to post on this, I made it also only subscribers of the channel can actually comment on this chat. Sometimes I do that just to keep people out that are spamming, whatever, or asking weird questions, because I know that the people that are subscribed to this channel are solid and really support us as a organization and a Streetbeefs branch. Go check out Esteban. So it's Lord Besteban. He just did a video today with Iraqi Assassin, and Iraqi Assassin puts Esteban to sleep with a choke. Check it out. It's a good video. Streetbeefs, the main branch in West Coast, they're dropping stuff every day. So make sure you subscribe to those ones too. Scarface's Street Stories, where you get to listen to Scarface talk about all of the stories of his past. That's a good channel too. These are all in the family of Streetbeefs, and they're really, really important to check out. Scrapyard GoPro is my alternate angle channel. Streetbeefs GoPro, that's Iraqi Assassin's GoPro channel, alternate angle. Weather looks amazing. I couldn't ask for much better. It's gonna be like 50 degrees out. It's gonna be like cloudy. It's gonna be great, guys. So I'm looking forward to the weather. That's always a roll of the dice. You know, we just kind of prepare for the worst and hope for the best on that front. So that is it, guys. And that was exactly 15 minutes with Firechicken plus 17 minutes. So why did my belt color change? Because Overtime Hustling, it means that you have been a subscriber to the premium access of our channel for a certain amount of time. So the longer you're subscribed to that, the more your belt goes up. So like, just like in martial arts, you start out as a white belt, and then you go to a blue belt, and then a purple belt, and then a brown belt, and then that. You're a brown belt right now. So nobody is above a brown belt yet. I don't think that we've had it long enough, but people are getting pretty close. So yeah, and don't forget, you guys, you guys got custom emojis too. I don't know if you guys all know that, but I mean, you guys can drop some stuff like this. Boom. I need to make some more, but you guys have access to those custom emojis. Don't be lighting a Sasquatch on fire. All right, guys. So I hope that covered everything. I think there was a couple other things that I needed to talk about, but I didn't write them down, so they must not have been important enough. Hit me up, DM, email, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you got to do. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, we'll try to address it before the fights. I did, man. I mean, that's what all this is. But what I meant, Paul, is that sometimes I'll be out and about, and I'll have an idea of, oh, hey, I should talk about that on Kicking It with Chicken or whatever, and I just forget to write it on the paper. So I mean, it happens. You have custom emojis, Overtime Hustling. No, you got them right now. Go down below and look at the smiley face under the chat icon. There's a smiley face. Click on it. Custom emojis. You got them all right there. You get those as soon as you sign up. Monkey, what's up? Yeah, you guys all have. You don't. There's not like a certain belt level to get. For the Overtime channel. What do you need for that? You need 1,000 subscribers, I think. And we're trying to get you there, man. I try to push it. I try to say subscribe to Overtime Hustling Magazine. But I'll tell you this, man, don't give up hope, because that first 1,000 subscribers is like a turtle's pace. It is so slow. And then once you get over there, then YouTube starts suggesting your stuff to other people. And then the count just goes up. So the bigger your subscriber pool is, the faster it rises. That's a lot of squatches. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. Like I said, get a hold of me if you guys got any comments, concerns, whatever. Give this chat a thumbs up if you liked it. Overtime Hustling, subscribe. Everybody I said, you can go back and listen to them all. I don't want to do it again. But Heart in the Fight tomorrow. That one's important, really important. That's up top. Heart in the Fight. We're going to be live at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I want to see all of you in the chat. I want to see everybody. I want to see that thing flooded with Scrapyard subscribers. Okay. I'm telling you, the support from you guys, like you're giving the Scrapyard now, is what I love about doing this. It's why I keep doing these live chats. So really appreciate it. Hope to see you there. I'm super excited about it. If you can't tell already, it's going to be like a Kicking It with Chicken, but more planned out, with guests and some funny Jay Gotham stuff and some cool personalities. So see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Firechicken out.